Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial. This video will be going over laptop screen replacement, and we'll discuss how to replace the screen for an ASUS 1005 Papa Echo or 1005 PE. The screen was purchased at www.laptopscreen.com. There was an easy purchasing process and there was a swift 3-day delivery and arrival of the product. The link for this site can be found in the first line of the comments section below. This tutorial is going to cover 3 basic steps. The first being the tools required. The second will go over the screen removal. And the third will go over the screen installation. So getting right into it, the tools required include a flathead screwdriver. And this is going to be used for prying. Really, you could use any flat prying tool. Second, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, 4 points, very small. Third, you're going to need a small parts tray. This is to put all the little screws and plastic parts so you don't lose them. And finally, I will be using plastic baggies. You could use any container, especially if the process is not going to be completed in one session. So that covers all the tools and parts required. Now going over the screen removal process. As you can see, my screen is very damaged. That little bit of blue up there is the part of the screen that's good. Down here and over here, it's not glare. So we're going to go ahead and start the process, and the first thing we're going to want to do is shut the computer down, disconnect it from any power source, and take out the battery. Okay, once we've removed the battery, we're going to go ahead and open it back up and remove the little black rubber pads which are along the border. There's 6 of them, and they reveal little screws, Phillips head screws that are behind them. After we've removed those little black pads, we're going to go ahead and remove these 6 screws. It's a little bit easier if you lay the screen down. However, I have to keep it up since I'm making a video. To get to these last 2 screws on the bottom, you're going to have to tilt the screen back a little bit. Okay, once you've removed the 6 Phillips head screws, you're going to remove the hinge covers, which you begin with on the back of the closed laptop, and you can just dig your nail into the corner and it'll pop right off on that side. Then you're going to open it back up to reveal the inner portion of the joint, and you can use the flathead to go ahead and pop it off the rest of the way. Comes off pretty easily. It helps to lean the back out a little bit. So once you've got it popped off on both sides, you can use your prying tool to go ahead and get it out. Just like that. And on the back side they have the area to clip in, and on the front side they have a little clip. You want to make sure you don't break that. Just gently pry it and it should pop right off. Next, that frees the frame border up. So we're going to go ahead and gently pry the screen frame from the backing. And this comes off pretty easily. You can use your nails or a screwdriver, or the flathead of course, or any plastic prying tool. You don't need to use too much force. It should pop right off, especially now that you've got the 6 screws taken off. It should pop right out. Alright, and that exposes the screen. Once you have the screen exposed, you have 4 more Phillips head screws. These are smaller than the first 6. They're going to be here. 1, 2, on the inside, 3, and then again farthest on the inside, 4. So you're going to go ahead and remove those screws. So once you've taken off those 4 screws, the screen will be able to come off of the mount, and what you'll have left is the cable connecting it here with a piece of tape here and here. Once you remove the pieces of tape carefully, you'll be able to go ahead and easily disconnect that connection point there. Okay, so once you've removed that connection point, the screen is free. The only thing you'll have left to do is remove these screws here on either side, and that's so that you can use the frame for the new screen, which we'll go over in the screen installation. So for this portion of the video, we're going to go ahead and use slides and pictures only, and this will make it easier for you to pause when you need to. First, you'll have to take the mounting bracket off of the old screen to apply it to the new screen. Those are the 2 screws which you'll have to remove in order to remove the bracket. And you want to make sure you keep them oriented properly so that you don't have any hassles putting them on the new screen. Next, you're going to go ahead and connect the video cable. The screen's going to be flipped upside down onto the keyboard. And if you have to reinforce the tape, go ahead and do so. And after you have the cable on, you're going to go ahead and mount the screen by flipping it up. This is an upside down view with the screen laid down on the table. It makes it easier to screw on this way. And then these pictures are going to show you where the screws go if you forgot from when you took it off. There's the whole thing there. After this, you're going to go ahead and reapply the border. You want to make sure that you fasten all of the ends properly by making sure that all of them are snapped into place. Then you can go ahead and move on to the hinge covers. The important part to remember about the hinge covers is that the little clip is going to go on the top end, and you want to make sure that you can keep the cable from blocking the hinge cover itself. The easiest way to do it is to use your pry tool to go ahead and push from the back to engage the clips on the hinge covers. After that, you're going to secure the frame with the screws that you have left. Those are the 6 places where the screws are going to go. And then finally, once you've got those screws back in, all you have to do is replace the black rubber pads. They should have a little bit of adhesive material on the back of them still, even though you pulled them off, but you can get some other stuff if you have to. And then finally, of course, put the battery back in and the job's complete. So once you get the battery back in, you can go ahead and start it up and verify that you've properly installed the new screen. I hope this video helped, and I wish you the best of luck.